Hello and welcome back to the WRL F1 2006 series. Today we're at the Circuit de Barcelona for the fourth round of the championship. Now let's have a look at the results from qualifying, as Max Shepard took another pole position this season. He was followed though by Philip Kraus and the other Renault of Callum Ashmore. Zac Jones lines up in 4th place, followed by Jari Välimäki in 5th place. The Toyotas of Paul Rosowski and Jeffrey Backer take up 6th and 7th place, whilst Henrique Pimenta lines up in 8th and Jacob Reed is chucked to the back of the grid due to an invalid lap time. As the drivers line up on the grid, we can tell you that Jacob Reed will start from pit lane due to missing the start, but the drivers now will be looking above their heads to look for the green light to give them the all clear to start racing. Lights out and away we go. It's a good start from Max Shepard. The Renaults are right behind him now as they're going to form a train down the long straight towards turn 1. Jari Välimäki pulls out from behind Zac Jones. The two leaders break, they go side by side, but they've both gone off due to their brakes not warming up, locking up, smoke everywhere. That's going to be Callum Ashmore who leads from Jari Välimäki and Zac Jones, followed by Paul Rosowski, Henrique Pimenta, and that's Max Shepard down in 6th place. But it's Callum Ashmore who leads from Jari Välimäki and Zac Jones, the top 3. Callum Ashmore though really running away with it as he locks up though. Could that provide an error? As we go on board with Max Shepard, down all the way in 6th place. He is all over the back though of Henrique Pimenta as we go on board with Paul Rosowski. And that's a spin for Jari Välimäki on the run up towards turn 9. That promotes Paul up into 3rd place. But now we've got Max Shepard going up on the inside of Henrique Pimenta and puts himself up into 4th place. So making places on the opening lap, Mac, after a horrendous start. All over the back now of Paul Rosowski as Callum Ashmore leads at the end of lap 1, followed by Zac Jones, Paul Rosowski and Max Shepard, the top 4. As now we start lap 2, Max Shepard's trying to etch his way up on the inside of Paul Rosowski, through 1, now into 2, and it looks like he's going to get the move. Up into 3rd place is Mac now, and all over the back of Zac Jones in 2nd place. He's going to try and hunt him down, and then Callum Ashmore, the leader of the race. And that's a spin for Jari Välimäki down in 6th place in the Honda. And that looks like that might be terminal, and that looks like he's out of the race. Indeed he is. We're on the back of, I believe, Henrique Pimenta now, on board with Philip Kraus. He's going to go up on the inside. Yes, he is. As Paul Rosowski is making a move on Zac Jones, but fails to do so. That's put Philip Kraus up into 5th place, but he's also going to be trying to put the moves on Paul Rosowski, who's too focused on trying to overtake Zac Jones. And it looks like Philip has got the move. No, Paul pulls out in front of him again. So now Philip will try and slipstream his way down the main straight. But it's still Callum Ashmore who leads from Max Shepard now and Zac Jones. Paul Rosowski though under pressure. His 4th place maybe under fire from Philip Kraus. Philip has to watch out from Henrique Pimenta though, all behind him as he's going to try and go around the outside into turn 3. This could be a fantastic move if he could pull it off. It looks as though he has. Breaking into 4, and he has the move. Fantastic overtaking there from Philip Kraus to move himself up into 4th place. And now sets himself the task of hunting down Zac Jones in 3rd place. But now we're going to look to Callum Ashmore, who's out in the lead of the race. He's getting hunted down by Max Shepard, who, as we go on board with his rear view camera, we can see. But now Philip Kraus is all over the back of Zac Jones as we head down the main straight to start lap 4 of this Spanish Grand Prix. Will Philip make a move up on the inside? No, but he gained a lot under braking there. See if Zac Jones can pull away under traction. It doesn't seem so. He's going to try the same move that he did on Paul. No, he just tucks in behind Zac. Gaining in the slipstream now into turn 4. Goes up on the inside. And that's a great move there for Philip Kraus, who moves himself up into 3rd place. On the grass though, he could be under fire from Zac Jones. But no, they settle. Philip Kraus into 3rd place. Zac Jones down into 4th. Philip Kraus now got to try and push up and gain on the leaders. Speaking of the leaders, we go and have a look at them now. Max Shepard and Callum Ashmore. Here on lap 7 as we go on board with the rear view camera for Callum Ashmore. Still in the lead of the race, but Max Shepard has gained a large amount since he went off on the opening lap. Starting to put him under pressure though. Callum seems to be making a few mistakes, locking up here and there. We now look to the end of lap 8. You can see that he pits. He comes into the peels into the pit lane, and now Max Shepard's going to inherit the lead So we complete lap 8 and start lap 9. That means that Philip Kraus is going to be in second place. Callum Ashmore down in third, unless he gets passed, as he does, by Zac Jones and Paul Rosowski. Which means he's now going to be down in 5th place as Callum exits the pit lane. So that means Zac Jones back up into a podium place, followed by Paul Rosowski down in 4th place as Callum exits the pits, peels back onto the race circuit, down in 4th place. So now Max Shepard is getting hunted by Philip Kraus. Max Shepard, the winner of all the races so far this season, going to try and put in another dominant display today. As he continues on, and Philip Kraus pits, so the other Renault peels into the pits a lap later, which means that Kraus will be losing out potentially to his teammate and to Jones and Rosansky if they don't pit. But now we look to see that Jones and Rosansky have come out in front of Kraus, so that means that Zac Jones is up into 2nd place, but is yet to pit. Paul Rosansky also yet to pit, down in 3rd place. But now it looks like we're going to have a bit of a battle between these two. As we head into turn 10, Rosansky turns out of it. On exit, who's going to have the better run? Jones is on the outside, Rosansky on the inside, but it seems that Jones is going to hold it around the outside. Great battling between these two, and it seems that Jones is going to come out on top and keeps his 2nd place as Rosansky pits. Peels into the pit lane from 3rd place in the race. You can see Zac Jones still in 2nd place, but now leading the race as Max Shepard has also pit on the same lap as Rosansky. So Zac Jones leading the race for the first time today. We don't know when he's going to come into the pit lane. He's will be the last person to pit. Callum Ashmore, though, in 2nd place, hunting him down. The net race leader, and Max Shepard seems to have lost some time there in the pit stop, down in 3rd place, but what will be a net 2nd place come the time that we pit. Zac Jones leading here at the end of lap 11. He finally comes into the pit lane, which means that Callum Ashmore will inherit the lead. Max Shepard will then come into 2nd place and will be hunting him down for sure, as now it seems he's a lot closer here on lap 12 of 29. Heading through 1 and 2 and into 3. You can see Max Shepard's putting the blowtorch on Callum Ashmore as he's locking up everywhere, making mistakes, allowing Max Shepard to catch up and gain time wherever possible. So we head up through 8 and now into 9. See if Callum can keep everything together. It's a long way to go in this race though. It's not all done and dusted if Max Shepard gets ahead. He has a little bit of a look into turn 10. Gets a great exit though. He's all over the back of Callum Ashmore. Callum holding his line through 12 and into 13. He will still be leading. But Max Shepard just biding his time, waiting to get close enough to have a go and make a move. So we complete lap 12 and head on to 13. Max Shepard gaining in the slipstream just slightly. Doesn't seem like he's close enough to make a move though, which is good news for Callum. We head through turn 3, now into 4. Callum locks up again and allows Mac to get very close, closer than he ever has before. Could he make a move here into 5? No, he keeps it all together. But he's very close as Callum locks up again. Nose to tail. Another lock up there. Another mistake into 8. That's going to allow Mac to close up, and he is right behind him here. He could make a move into turn 10 if he wishes to. But he keeps behind Ashmore. As Ashmore makes another mistake, he's going to go up on the inside as we head in towards turn 12. And that's going to be round the outside and into the lead for Max Shepard. Yes, it is. Max Shepard into the lead of the race, ahead of Callum Ashmore, followed by Philip Kraus. Great move round the outside there. That's an issue for Callum Ashmore there on lap 15, and he's out of the race. So, computer issues there for Callum Ashmore has forced him out of the race. Zac Jones now into 2nd place, with Philip Kraus also retiring. And Max Shepard seems to pit here for the 2nd time. Now Max Shepard coming out as Zac Jones pits from 3rd place in the race. here on lap 22 of 29. Max Shepard though still leading the race here on lap 23. He gets on the curb there, and that's him into the wall across the main straight, and that's a massive crash for Max Shepard. He has all four wheels still in the car, but that's a large amount of steering damage and minimal front wing, so that means he's going to have to make it all the way around the track back to the pit lane, and he's locking up everywhere. This is a disaster for the race leader and the championship leader, leading by well over 30 seconds over Zac Jones and Paul Rosansky, and that's all going to go away as Zac Jones is going to hunt down the limping Max Shepard here on lap 24 of 29. Shepard though coming towards the end of lap 24 and does eventually make his way into the pit lane, still in the lead of the race though. It will be close to see if he can get the damage fixed and come out as Zac Jones is going through turn 13 now. Shepard leaves his pit box now, but it's going to be Jones who leads. Rosansky's going to come through for second place as well. Shepard's been booted all the way down to third, and now it's a red hot fight between the three for the lead of the race, but there seems that the damage is too much for Shepard. That steering damage has not gone away in the pit stop, and he seems all over locking up and spinning into turn 1. So it looks like it's going to be a two-horse race for this victory. With Max Shepard, they're still with a severe amount of steering damage, which has lit up the eyes of Henrique Pimenta, who could grab a podium here at the Spanish Grand Prix. He's just got to hunt down Max Shepard, who's going to just try and finish the race and grab some points in that limping horse. But it's Zac Jones now who leads from Paul Rosansky, and that's Henrique Pimenta gaining on Max Shepard. It looks as though he will definitely pass Shepard here in the closing stages of this Spanish Grand Prix. It was very, very close there for Max Shepard taking out Pimenta, but that's Pimenta up into third place, and that's Zac Jones still leading the race as we start the final lap of the race. Paul Rosansky in second place has got to take this gap away as quick as possible and pass Zac Jones and win this race as they go through 1 and 2. Zac Jones still leading, but Paul Rosansky looks like he's closed the gap a little bit. High drama stuff here for Jones as he looks like he's going a bit slow on traction there. Rosansky has definitely closed the gap there as we head into turn 5. The gap has diminished severely. Another lock up though for Jones. Rosansky now all over the back of him. This looks certain that Rosansky should take this victory if he can get past. As we head through 7 and 8, up towards 9. Is Rosansky ever look? No, he's still behind him. If Rosansky can get a good exit there off the curb, he might have a look into 10. No, a blocker from both of them. It looks like it's been a poor exit for Jones into 12. Rosansky's going to try and go around the outside. Oh, they've made contact. And that's Rosansky off into the wall, and he's lost a wheel. Rosansky turning in there on Jones through 12, and the bump just pushed him off the track. But that means that Zac Jones is going to come around the final corner. He's going to win the Spanish Grand Prix. His first victory for McLaren. Fantastic result. That's going to mean that Henrique Pimenta is going to come home for a fantastic second place from absolutely nowhere. Rosansky, though, off into the wall, which means that Zac Jones has won. The Australian picking up his first victory of the season. Having a look at the results now for the fourth round of the championship. Zac Jones takes victory over Henrique Pimenta by 28.3 seconds. Paul Rosansky finishes in third place with a DNF, but is one lap ahead of Max Shepard, who finishes in fourth place. The people who did not finish included Callum Ashmore, Philip Kraus, Jeffrey Backer, Jacob Reed, and Jari Vitamaki. Now having a look at the Drivers' Championship, Max Shepard though still leads ahead of Paul Rosansky by 12 points. Jacob Reed in third place with 12. Henrique Pimenta with that second place is up into fourth place, and Zac Jones is up into fifth after that first debut win. Dionis Farios in the other McLaren in sixth place with 7 points, followed by Philip Kraus with 6, Joey Volek with 5, and Jeff Close with 5, followed by Callum Ashmore in 10th place with 4.5 points. Well, that's it here from the Spanish Grand Prix. We hope you'd enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.